All right, let's talk about the magic happening inside your favorite gadgets. You've probably heard of a CPU, the central processing unit. Think of it as the main brain of your computer, your smartphone, or your gaming console. It's a super smart, all-purpose manager that handles just about everything you throw at it, from opening your web browser to running your operating system. It's the reliable, jack-of-all-trades leader of the team. But here's the thing. Even the smartest brain can't be the absolute best at everything. Sometimes you need a specialist, a real expert in a specific field to get the job done right and fast. That's where our other processors come into play. Imagine a busy kitchen. The head chef, which is the CPU, is in charge, directing everyone and handling complex, unique recipes. But for repetitive, heavy-duty tasks, the head chef doesn't chop every single vegetable. They have a sous chef with incredible knife skills who can chop an entire mountain of onions in minutes. They also have a pastry chef who is a wizard with desserts. These specialists make the whole kitchen run smoother, faster, and more efficiently. In the world of computers, these specialists are processors like the GPU, NPU, and VPU. These specialized chips are designed to take on very specific, very demanding jobs that would otherwise overwhelm the main CPU. By offloading these tasks, they free up the CPU to focus on what it does best, managing the whole system. This teamwork is the secret sauce behind the stunning graphics in your video games, the snappy AI features on your smartphone, and the incredible capabilities of modern technology like self-driving cars. Without these helpers, our devices would be a lot slower, a lot dumber, and frankly, a lot less fun. So, let's dive in and meet the team. So why are we even talking about this stuff today, on June 11th, 2025? Because these processors are becoming more important than ever before. We're living in an age of artificial intelligence, incredible visual effects, and smart devices that are constantly learning and seeing the world around them. The demands we place on our tech are skyrocketing. A single CPU just can't keep up with the tsunami of data required for modern AI and graphics. Understanding the difference between a VPU, NPU, and GPU isn't just for tech nerds anymore. It's about understanding what makes your favorite gadgets tick and what will power the future. First up, let's talk about the one you've most likely heard of, the GPU or graphics processing unit. For a long time, this was the ultimate sidekick to the CPU, and its original job was pretty straightforward. It was built to handle everything related to graphics. We're talking about drawing all the pixels, shapes, textures, and polygons that make up the images on your screen. Think about a modern video game. You've got explosions, realistic lighting, detailed character models, and sprawling landscapes. A GPU is designed to render all of that visual information in real time, which is an absolutely massive task. But how does it do it? The GPU's secret is something called parallel processing. Instead of having a few very powerful, very smart cores like a CPU, a GPU has thousands of smaller, simpler cores. Imagine you have to sign 1,000 letters. A CPU would be like one person with a fancy pen, signing each letter one by one, very carefully. A GPU is like having 1,000 people with basic pens, all signing their own letter at the exact same time. For a simple, repetitive task like this, the 1,000-person team is going to win every single time. That's a GPU in a nutshell. This parallel structure makes GPUs unbelievably good at math, specifically the kind of math needed for graphics. Every frame on your screen is the result of millions of calculations, and a GPU chews through them like nothing. This is why a powerful GPU is the single most important component for a gaming PC. It's the difference between a choppy, low-resolution mess and a buttery smooth 4K visual masterpiece. It's the artist of your computer painting a million tiny dots on a canvas 60 times every second or even more. But here's where it gets interesting. Tech wizards realize that the GPU's talent for doing tons of simple math problems at once could be used for more than just making games look pretty. This discovery blew the doors wide open for other applications. Tasks like scientific simulations, data analysis, and most importantly, artificial intelligence training all involve massive amounts of parallel calculations. Suddenly, the graphics card became one of the most important tools for researchers and data scientists, pushing the boundaries of what was possible in fields far beyond gaming. Now let's meet the new kid on the block, the NPU, or Neural Processing Unit. As the name suggests, this processor is all about AI. It's a piece of hardware designed from the ground up to do one thing: exceptionally well-run artificial intelligence and machine learning models. If the GPU is a master of parallel math, The NPU is a master of how a brain works, or at least a simplified version of it. It's built to mimic the structure of a biological neural network, with interconnected nodes that process information in a very specific, very efficient way. So what does that actually mean for you? Think about the smart features on your phone. When you use your face to unlock your device, that's an NPU at work. When your camera app automatically recognizes a pet and adjusts the settings for a perfect shot, that's an NPU. When you ask your voice assistant a question and it understands you instantly, even when you're not connected to the internet, that's also the NPU. It handles these complex AI tasks with incredible speed and, crucially, with very little power consumption. It's the brain behind the smarts in your smart device. The key difference between an NPU and a GPU doing AI tasks is specialization. While a GPU is a powerful, general-purpose parallel calculator that happens to be good at AI, an NPU is a purpose-built AI machine. It's like the difference between a high-end kitchen knife and a specialized Apple core. The knife can definitely core an apple, and it can do 1,000 other things too. But the Apple core will do that one specific job faster, cleaner, and with less effort. An NPU is optimized for the specific type of math used in AI called matrix multiplication and convolutions, making it ridiculously efficient. This efficiency is a huge deal, especially for battery-powered devices like smartphones, laptops, and smart home gadgets. Running a heavy AI model on a GPU or CPU can drain your battery in no time, but an NPU can perform the same task using just a fraction of the energy. This allows for powerful, always-on AI features that don't turn your device into a hot brick. As AI becomes more integrated into our daily lives, from real-time language translation to smarter camera features, the NPU is becoming an essential component, not just a luxury. Finally, let's talk about the VPU, or Vision Processing Unit. This one is another specialist, but as its name implies, its expertise is all about vision. A VPU is a type of processor specifically designed to handle and accelerate computer vision tasks. Computer vision is a field of AI that trains computers to interpret and understand the visual world. It's what allows a machine to see and make sense of images and videos, just like a human does. The VPU is the hardware that makes this happen in real time. Think about what your brain does when you see something. It instantly identifies objects, recognizes faces, understands depth, and tracks movement. A VPU is engineered to perform these exact functions for a machine. It takes a raw feed of pixels from a camera and processes it to pull out meaningful information. This includes tasks like object detection, which is identifying cars, people, and signs, image segmentation, which is figuring out which pixels belong to which object, and feature extraction. It's the dedicated set of eyes for any smart device that needs to see. You might be thinking, wait, doesn't an NPU or GPU already do this stuff? And you're right, they can. Many AI-powered camera features on phones use the NPU or GPU. However, a VPU is hyper-specialized for the entire computer vision pipeline, not just the AI model part. It handles everything from the initial image processing and enhancement, like improving a dark or blurry video feed, to running the complex vision algorithms. This makes it incredibly efficient for demanding real-time video analysis where every millisecond and every watt of power counts. This makes VPUs perfect for things like drones, security cameras, augmented reality headsets, and especially self-driving cars. A self-driving car needs to constantly analyze video from multiple cameras, identify pedestrians, read road signs, and track other vehicles, all in the blink of an eye. A dedicated VPU can handle this massive stream of visual data with low latency and high efficiency, which is absolutely critical for safety. It's a processor that doesn't just run AI, it's built to perceive and understand the world through a camera lens. So, to really get a grip on how these three processors differ, let's ditch the technical jargon and use a simple analogy. Imagine you need to build a massive, intricate Lego castle. You've got three different experts to help you out: a master builder, a sorting machine, and a brick specialist. The main brain, the CPU, is the project manager, reading the main instruction book and making sure the whole project stays on track. But honestly, the heavy lifting is done by our three specialists. The GPU is your master builder. This person is fantastic at doing one type of task over and over again very quickly. You give them a pile of 10,000 blue 2x4 bricks and say, build a giant wall. They won't ask questions. they'll just grab hundreds of bricks at a time and assemble that wall with incredible speed. They're amazing at parallel tasks like building the huge uniform parts of the castle. And they can also follow instructions for other similar tasks like building a floor or a roof, making them quite versatile for any large-scale repetitive building. The NPU is your sorting machine. This machine has been specifically designed to recognize and group Lego bricks. You dump a giant, mixed-up bin of bricks into it, and it instantly sorts them by color, shape, and size based on what it has learned. It's not building anything itself, but it's making intelligent decisions about the pieces. It tells you, these are the pieces for the tower, these are for the drawbridge. It's incredibly fast and energy efficient at this one specific job of pattern recognition and classification, which is, exactly what modern AI is all about. The VPU is your brick specialist, who is an expert on looking at the bricks. Before you even start building, this specialist scans the entire pile of Legos. They can instantly tell you there's a crack in that red brick, this yellow piece is faded, and we're missing 3 of the small window pieces. They are focused entirely on analyzing the visual information of the bricks themselves to make sure everything is perfect before the building starts. They work hand in hand with the sorting machine and master builder to ensure the final castle is flawless, especially when working with complex, real-world visual data. So, where do you actually find these processors in the wild? They're in more places than you might think. Let's start with the GPU. The most obvious place is in your gaming PC or console, like a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X. The NVIDIA GeForce and AMD Radeon cards are famous examples, but they're also in almost every modern laptop and smartphone, handling the user interface and video playback. Even data centers run by companies like Google and Amazon are packed with thousands of powerful GPUs, not for gaming, but for training the massive AI models that power our digital world. NPUs are now becoming standard in high-end and even mid-range smartphones. Apple's A-series chips have what they call a neural engine, which is their NPU. Google's Pixel phones use their Tensor chip, which has a strong NPU focus for its amazing camera and AI features. You'll also find NPUs in smart home devices like the Amazon Echo or Google Nest Hub, where they help with voice recognition. They are designed for inference tasks, that is, running an already trained AI model efficiently on a local device. VPUs are a bit more specialized, so you'll find them in devices where real-time vision is the main job. Advanced drones from companies like DJI use VPUs to navigate, avoid obstacles, and track subjects for those epic cinematic shots. High-end security camera systems use them to intelligently detect intruders without sending false alarms every time a leaf blows by. And the most critical application is in the automotive industry. Companies like Tesla and Mobileye rely heavily on VPUs and other AI accelerators to power their self-driving and driver assist systems. Sometimes these processors even work together on the same device. A high-end smartphone, for instance, has a CPU for general management, a GPU for the beautiful display and gaming, and an NPU for Face ID and camera smarts. A self-driving car might use a VPU to process the raw camera feed, an NPU to run the object recognition model, and a powerful GPU to fuse all the sensor data together to make driving decisions. It's not always a competition. Often it's about collaboration, creating a team of specialists that can handle anything. The rise of AI has completely changed the game for computer hardware. In the old days, it was all about the CPU's clock speed. But modern AI isn't like old software. AI models, especially deep learning networks, are built differently. They require a type of math that involves processing huge arrays of numbers all at once. This is where our specialized processors shine, and why they are the undisputed kings of the AI revolution. The CPU, while a great general, is simply not built for this kind of warfare. The GPU was the first to answer the call. Researchers discovered that the architecture designed for shading pixels was almost perfectly suited for training neural networks. Training an AI model like the one behind ChatGPT involves feeding it a mind-boggling amount of data and having it perform trillions upon trillions of calculations to adjust its internal weights. A GPU with its thousands of cores can tear through these calculations in parallel, cutting training time from years down to days or weeks. This is why companies like NVIDIA, once known only to gamers, are now at the forefront of the AI industry. But while GPUs are great for training AI in a data center, they can be overkill and power hungry for running AI on your personal device. This is where the NPU comes in. The NPU is the champion of AI inference. It's designed to take a fully trained model and run it with maximum efficiency. When your phone recognizes your face, it isn't retraining the face recognition model, it's just running the finished model. The NPU does this one job with incredible speed and low power draw, making powerful AI practical for everyday gadgets. It democratizes AI, bringing it from the cloud down to the palm of your hand. And the VPU? It takes this specialization a step further for vision-based AI. The world is messy, and video data is incredibly dense. A VPU is built to handle the entire pipeline of seeing. It cleans up the video signal, enhances it, and then runs highly optimized computer vision algorithms and neural networks to understand what's happening. In an application like a self-driving car, this isn't just about efficiency, it's about reliability and safety. The VPU ensures that the AI gets a clear, stable view of the world, which is the foundation for making life or death decisions. So, after all that, which processor is the best? The answer is, it depends entirely on the job you need to do. There's no single best processor, just the right tool for the right task. Thinking about what you need will help you choose the device with the right hardware inside. Let's break it down into a few common scenarios so you can see which champion you should be rooting for in each case. This is the practical advice you can actually use when you're looking at your next big tech purchase. If you are a hardcore gamer, a video editor, or a 3D artist, your champion is, without a doubt, the GPU. You need a device with the most powerful graphics card you can afford. The GPU's ability to render complex scenes in real time is non-negotiable for a smooth gaming experience at high resolutions. For creative professionals, the GPU accelerates rendering times for videos and 3D models from hours down to minutes. In this arena, the raw parallel processing power of a top-tier GPU from a company like NVIDIA or AMD is king, and nothing else comes close. If you care most about having a smart, responsive, and feature-rich smartphone or laptop with a long battery life, then you should be looking for a device with a powerful NPU. The NPU will power all the cool AI features like real-time language translation, advanced photo editing, and seamless voice commands without killing your battery. As more applications start building in AI features, the NPU will become the key to a fast and intelligent user experience. For the average consumer who wants the latest and greatest smart features, a strong NPU is the new must-have spec. What if you're working with technology that needs to see and interact with the physical world? Think robotics, autonomous drones, or advanced driver assist systems in a car. In this case, the VPU is your champion. Its specialized ability to process and understand streams of video data in real time with low power and low latency is critical. For any edge computing device that relies on a camera to make smart decisions on its own, without constantly talking to the cloud, a VPU provides the robust and efficient vision capabilities that are absolutely essential for its function and safety. Ultimately, many modern devices use a combination of these processors, so you don't always have to choose just one. A premium laptop might have a powerful CPU for general tasks, an integrated GPU for display output, a discrete GPU for gaming, and an NPU for AI features. The key is to identify your main priority. Are you a gamer? Focus on the GPU. Do you love AI-powered apps? Look for a good NPU. Are you building a robot that can see? You'll need a VPU. Knowing their strengths helps you make a much smarter choice. So there you have it. We've taken a look under the hood at the specialist dream team that powers our modern tech. We have the GPU, the master artist and parallel processing workhorse that brings our games and graphics to life. We have the NPU, the efficient AI genius that makes our devices smarter and more intuitive without burning a hole in our batteries. And we have the VPU, the vigilant eye that gives machines the power of sight. Each one is a marvel of engineering designed for a specific purpose. The big takeaway here is that the era of the CPU doing everything is over. As our demands for stunning visuals and brilliant AI grow, specialization is the only way forward. These dedicated processors don't replace the CPU, they work with it. They form a balanced team, where the CPU acts as the project manager, delegating the heavy, repetitive, and specialized work to the experts. This teamwork is what allows your smartphone to feel so snappy, your games to look so realistic, and for futuristic ideas like self-driving cars to become a reality. When you're shopping for your next piece of tech, don't just look at the gigahertz of the CPU. Think about what you'll be doing with it. If gaming is your life, the GPU spec is your holy grail. If you want the smartest, most helpful mobile device, pay attention to whether it has a dedicated NPU or neural engine. While most consumers won't be buying a VPU directly, understanding what it does helps you appreciate the incredible technology going into the smart devices that are starting to see and navigate our world. Ultimately, understanding the difference between a GPU, NPU, and VPU is about understanding the direction technology is heading. It's a future with more immersive graphics, more helpful artificial intelligence, and more devices that can intelligently interact with the world around us. These little silicon specialists are the unsung heroes making that future possible, one calculation at a time. So next time you unlock your phone with your face, just give a little nod to the NPU working hard inside. It's a pretty cool piece of tech. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.